The energy crisis and problems in the economy may be bad throughout the country, but it is a harsh reality that residents of rural Alaska struggle with every day. Senate candidate Mark Begich saw firsthand just how bad those problems are during a recent trip to Northwest Alaska. CBS 11 News got the exclusive in Nome. CBS 11's Grace Jang joins us in the studio with more tonight. Grace?
Dave, roughly half the state's population live in rural communities, but with the skyrocketing cost of living climbing even higher, especially in the bush, Alaskans are leaving. This is Nome, home to roughly 10,000 people, but that number is rapidly changing.
The migration, if you will, of a number of our Native people moving from rural Alaska to urban Alaska because of the high cost of living primarily.
During a recent campaign stop, Senate candidate Mark Begich
Where should we go? Right here?
Got to see it for himself.
The average cost of heating oil in the villages is now $7.33 a gallon, and you know, you're talking $730 to buy 100 gallons of fuel in our villages. I think we're approaching the time where people are going to start going back to Coleman lanterns.
For the folks here, the energy pinch is just one of many problems. They are also unwitting soldiers on the front lines of climate change.
I remember back about 3 years ago, we have a camp about 58 miles on the Cougarock Road. And we went up there in July, and lo and behold, the temperature was 100 above. And it's affecting the growth of our native food.
The increasingly higher cost of living is driving residents out. Frustrated, many headed to the polls.
It was really interesting here during the primary because generally the turnout is not that high during the primary, but I think because of all the issues out there, there was a tremendous turnout in the primary here in Nome, as well as the villages.
What you see is people are tired of the old ways of trying to deal with these problems. They haven't seen the results they expected. The old ideas are kind of worn out and worn down, and they don't like the business as usual.
Begich says he has a comprehensive plan to solve the energy crisis and other problems in rural Alaska. So what is it? And what do Alaska natives think of it? That's coming up on CBS 11 News at 6. For now, live in the studio, Grace Jang, CBS 11 News.